Hey, what's going on, everybody? TaylorMade Hoops live and direct once again, coming to you with TaylorMade Hoops Coach's Corner. Today, I got a very, very special guest, man. I always say I'm excited, but really, truly, I am excited today. Let me go ahead and give you Coach's background. Coach is in his second season at the school he's at. I know he's gonna get on me, but he has 36 plus wins and counting as a head coach. His team is currently in second place in district. Let me give you an accolades on him as a player. He's a former professional and collegiate player. He's in his college schools Hall of Fame. He was a high school McDonald's All-American nominee, All-State, All-District performer as a high school player. He led his high school team to the state finals championship game. He's one of my former players that I had the great pleasure of coaching at the great David W. Carter High School. No other than the myth, the legend, Seagaville's finest, Coach Cardell Hunter, head coach of Seagoville High School. What's going on, Coach?
Hey, Coach, how you doing, man? Happy to be here.
Oh man, I'm happy to have you. Finally, man. Finally got a chance to get you on, man. Hey, I'm gonna run over to DeSoto, man, and kidnap your dad, man, because I got the markers. I don't got you. I got to go over there and kidnap Rob, man.
Man, that's gonna be tough getting him on the camera, man. You know he a man a few words, but if you get him, then that's good. That'll be a trifecta.
Well, man, let me go ahead and let the viewers know, Cardell, what will we be talking about today? Today, the objectives and points of conversation. Coach Hunter will be talking about team culture, his offensive and defensive philosophy, and he'll talk a little bit about the current season. The first question, Coach, I want to ask you is, where did you grow up in your athletic and educational journey, Coach?
I grew up all over. Originally from Dallas, Texas. I was born in Parkland. I was in Dallas up until 4th grade. I went to R.L. Thornton Elementary School over in Singing Hills, over there kind of by South Oak Cliff. And then 5th grade, I moved to Austin with my dad. You know, in elementary, my dad was coaching at Carter. And 5th grade, he left and went to Texas. I went with him to Austin. So 5th grade, I did Austin. We did a year down there, and then I moved with my dad again. We went from Austin to Virginia. So I lived in Virginia for 6th grade. He was coaching at George Washington. Then I came back, went to DeSoto for middle school. And I lived with my mom while my dad stayed in Virginia for a little while. And then he came back home. He coached at Spruce for a year when I was in 9th grade. I was still at DeSoto 9th grade center. And then in 10th grade, my dad went to Carter from Spruce, and then I transferred to Carter, and that's where I finished my high school career, playing at Carter. And after high school, I played at UT Arlington. I walked on, and like you said, we're the only team in history to make it to the NCAA tournament after me playing there for 2 years, Division I basketball. And I transferred to Texas A&M Commerce my junior year, and I played my final 2 years at Texas A&M Commerce. And then after that, I played overseas in Ecuador for 3 years, and then started coaching after that.
Okay. Well, man, I always like to let people, man, you know, the coaches, man, like say, get your background, coach, you know, honestly, let people know that, to be honest, you don't have nothing to prove, but let them know that, hey, you're more than qualified, and that, you know, you put your stripes in, man, because these youngsters that nowadays, it's the microwave generation, Cardell, you know, they don't want to work for anything. And now, seriously, you know, you came up during the time, you know, of the grind, you know, around your dad and other coaches where you understand the grind, being in the gym. You know, hey, we lived in the gym, we was in the gym, man, you know, so you understand that, Cardell. So that's why I always like to bring up, you know, tell their, you know, their athletic journey, things like that, let people know, and also let the players know that, hey, y'all used to ball back in the day too, you know, because I know sometimes like, man, coach, you just outside, man. No, coach could ball, you know, coach could ball back in the day.
Yes, sir.
But hey, but for my viewers tuning in, man, very, very excited once again. I have Coach Cardell Hunter. He's the head coach at Seagoville High School. One of my former players at Carter High School, former professional and collegiate player. He's gonna drop a lot of knowledge, man. So make sure, man, y'all paying attention. Let me ask you this, Coach Hunter. What role did athletics play in your life growing up? How important was playing sports, man?
And playing sports was super important. You know, it's really my only reason I went to school. My mom, you know, she's a doctor, and my dad, he was a coach. So I had the best of both worlds. You know, she was always on me as far as academics and making sure I stayed on top of my book work. You know, I couldn't go outside or go to the gym or practice or anything until I finished my homework. And then, you know, in athletics, it's just fun. You know, I got a lot of brothers, so we always competed. Everything we did, we competed. As far as, you know, eating dinner, we'd race to see who finished eating dinner first, or who finished their homework first, or, you know, just anything. We always competed, so that just built a competitive nature in me. And, you know, even with grades, like I said, who's gonna bring home the best grades? So that it played a major part, and it ended up, you know, working out for me.
Oh yeah. Hey man, I gotta get on you, man. Hey, I was mentioning with Coach James, Coach DeMarcus, man, your brother, and he pointed out to me, man, that he's undefeated against everybody, man. I told him, I got on him, I said, hey man, you know how I should say DeMarcus, hey man, I was tell I say, hey man, he had to do Cardell like that or what have you like that. He's like, oh no, you know, Cardell didn't have all his players, man. Some of them in the football, you know, he's like, man, you know, boo, boo. So I started laughing, but he pointed out, he said, hey man, I'm 1-0 against Cardell. I'm 1-0 against Pops. I'm 1-0 against Lit. He just thought he said he the best one, man. What's up with that, man?
I played DeMarcus my very first high school game ever. And you know, I took over a program that was we won 4 games the year before I got the job.
Okay.
And so we had kids that couldn't dribble with the right hand or left hand. It was hard to get the ball across half court that season. So he beat me by 50, he beat me by 50 points, you know, and I remember that. I haven't had a chance to match up against him again ever since building the program. So, you know, I'm waiting. And he knows I'm waiting. He's undefeated. He undefeated coaching, but you know, I'm not playing. If we want to play, then we all know who the king of the hill is, you know, in that aspect.
So what you basically saying is that hey, you know when you know where the Seagoville Dragons at, he wants y'all to give you a call. You ain't hard to find.
Yeah, hey, I don't duck any action. They know I enjoy getting beat because it ain't gonna do nothing but teach me how to win the next time. So I'm waiting on that. I'm waiting on that rematch with DeMarcus, with the Pops. You know, he don't want to play any of us, but you know, it just so happened he matched up with DeMarcus in the tournament, so
Yeah,
they ended up
yeah.
playing against each other. But I don't care. I play my brothers. I play my dad. I play my best friend. I play anybody. Whoever want to play, I play, and I'm gonna try to win. I do my best to win the game.
Oh yeah, no doubt about that, man.
Yes, sir.
Well, man, let me ask this, man. I know it's just in your genes or what have you, Cordell, man. But when did you realize you wanted to be a coach?
Uh, Honestly, when I was a kid, you know, just growing up, sitting on the bench, watching my dad coach and change the lives of, you know, hundreds of kids, you know, on a yearly basis, either through teaching or coaching, you know, just going up to Cardell watching. I was 7 years old in 95, you know, riding that bus down to Austin, you know, just watching the boys and watching how they interacted with them and just the respect that the coach had and just
Mm-hmm.
getting paid to go to the gym every day. And, you know, that's a dream job. You know, if you're not playing, you might as well be around the game. And I knew after my playing career was over, I was going to want to be a coach because there's nothing else I would rather do than go to the gym every day and be around the basketball and get paid to do that.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And then you think about it, Dale, man. You from the old school, man. So you know we put in a lot of hours, man. Of where we didn't look to get paid or what have you, but we did just just like say trying to impact lives. Where like you say, man, we did so much not getting paid. So when we actually started getting paid for a quarter, it was like man, I have to get paid to do this for real.
Exactly. You're getting paid to do something you would do for free.
That you was doing for free anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, let me ask this, Coach, man. Who are some of the people that had the biggest influence on you as a coach?
Okay. I mean, I had a lot of them, you know, just from Coach Ritchie in elementary school to, you know, Coach West in middle school to, you know, of course, my dad in high school and, you know, even you, Coach Taylor, you know, my AAU coaches and, you know, my Uncle Dave, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
and the list goes on. Coach Scott Cross, you know, I had him in college, you know, Eddie MacArthur, those were the two guys. Eddie MacArthur gave me a chance and, you know, he left UTA and then Scott Cross honored, you know, his decision to give me a scholarship after I walked on my freshman year. And, you know, just watching how hard, you know, Coach Cross coached us and all the crazy stuff he had us doing and me just embracing it and I took stuff from him. I took stuff from all my coaches, even my overseas coaches, and building relationships and running plays. And it's just every coach I think that I played for, I took a little bit from them, and I added to it to my repertoire. And then once I actually started coaching, my first 6 years, 6 years of coaching, I was under Coach Love at Carter.
Mm-hmm.
And man, I learned so much from Coach Love and Coach Ham. They just taught me how to play hard in practice. Because my dad, he's cool. He's like a cool coach. Everybody likes him. He's cool. But Coach Love is like that, that hard nose, that let's run each other into the ground. Let's play hard. That tough love type of coaching. Once I learned how to put the cool coach with the tough love and all the drills, and it all came together, and it taught me how to build the program on my own. And even Coach Jazz and AAU, that taught me how to coach talent. So it's a lot of coaches I can pay respect to, and just put them all together, and that's me.
Oh yeah, man. That's what you're supposed to do, man. As an old head, that's what I'm telling you, man. I'm still learning. I learn from you guys, what have you. But that's what you do, man. You learn, just put in your toolbox, man. Just like teaching, Cordell. You get better as the years go on.
Yes, sir.
Especially if you're around good people. Iron sharpens iron, man. You know what I'm saying? So no doubt, man. Hey, once again, to my viewers tuning in, I'm so excited, man. I have no other than Coach Cardell Hunter. He's the head coach at Seagoville High School. Great young coach, one of the best young coaches, man, around. Not just saying that, but he really is, man. Let me ask this, Coach. You talked about it a little bit, but let the viewers know, how many years have you been coaching, and where have you coached at?
This is my 10th year coaching. I coached at Carter High School for 6 years. After Carter High School, I came over to Seagoville, took over a program. And then, like I said, I had 4 years, 4 wins before I took over. My first year coaching here, we got 6 wins. My second year, we had 9 wins. My third year, which was last year, we had 21 wins. And then this year, we're at 16 wins. And we just started the second round of district, which we should, win more than 21. Still trying to make the playoffs. I have not made the playoffs yet at Seagoville, but we're in second place right now, so it's an attainable goal. But the ultimate goal is, to win a state championship, and that's what's on the table right now.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man. And like I said, man, hey, great, man, tough district, man. Just just looking at district, man, everybody, to beat up on everybody, or to have, every game is a close game, just like the game I was at. It's a close game, what have you. So man, I can't wait until Tuesday, man. I got it on my schedule. Tuesday, January 28th at West Mesquite High School, baby. Check out you guys against my man. It's my man over there, man. Coach PJ, good dude. See y'all have a chance. Like I said, if you win, I think y'all have a share of the district title, Cordell, if you beat them on Tuesday. Am I correct with that?
That would have been correct. We just dropped one versus Poteet on Tuesday, so
okay.
Yeah, no. Now we got to bank on somebody else beating them, but either way, it'll be a good opportunity to show them we can beat them.
Yeah.
We're young. Like I say, I got to teach my kids everything. I got to teach them how to win. The two losses that we do have in district, we were down 10 points in the fourth. We came back and tied the game up against West the first time. We tied it up, and then we got a hard foul. Ref gave us a intentional, and they get 2 shots in the ball, so that was the ball game. Same thing happened to Poteet. We came back, cut the lead. We was down most of the game, cut the lead, tied it in the fourth. We get a technical foul, and then they get 2 shots in the ball, and it's hard to build back momentum from that. So we learning. I'm teaching them, teaching them how to win and just building great men. So Tuesday is still going to be a big game for both squads, because I think we played West Mesquite the closest out of anybody in our district, and I think they're like number 20, 23 in state right now. So it'll be good for us.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man. Well, Coach, let me ask this. I spoke of a little bit, but how has your experiences being a professional and college player helped you in your current position as head coach at Seagoville High School?
Well, it helped me as far as learning how to develop professionally. I just learned how to take care of my body, take care of the kids' body, know when to push them and when not to push them, and when they need rest. Some coaches don't understand that your body needs rest. You can practice hard, but if you work them too hard day before the game, next day you got lactic acid built up in your legs, and you can't actually perform at the level that you're supposed to perform at. And then, so mostly recovery from being a pro. But as I said before, I learned a lot just from actually coaching. Playing teaches you how to play, but coaching teaches you how to coach and how to make adjustments in certain situations. And I learned a lot from, Carter High School, being under Coach Love and Coach Ham, to where, I know how to do it. I know the system. That's what we call it, the system. The system works. Once you have your system, then and the kids buy into it, then it's hard to beat.
Yes, sir. So to beat that system, man, and I got to tease Coach Love, man. That's just still, man. Back in the day, man. Us, like some other coaches, man, inner city coaches, man, we used to go everywhere, go to coaching clinics, those diverse coaching clinics, and learn from those suburban coaches, what have you, where they, where you understand, man, that even sometimes if they didn't have the best players, sometimes it's just hard beating that tradition, beating that system, man. You know what I'm saying? Like. Perfect example, man, is you played for him your freshman year, Coach Dyer over there at DeSoto, man. Even when he might not just have the best team, it was just hard just beating that system, man. Beating that DeSoto system, man. It's hard, man. Hard, man. But hey, to my viewers tuning in, as you tell, man, I'm very, very excited just hanging out, man, on TaylorMade Hoops, Coach's Corner, man. Just chopping up with one of my former players, Coach Cardell Hunter, the head coach at Seagoville High School. Coach, let me ask you this, Coach. Make sure I get to the right question. Yeah, Coach, is there any pressure in following in the footsteps of your father, the legendary Coach Rob Wright?
No, ain't no pressure. I know he wants all of us to be better than him. We learn from his mistakes. I learn from him. I talk to him, almost daily. We talk about basketball, we talk about life, we talk about everything. So it's really no pressure, because it's like competing. I don't compete with him. Pressure is competition, and I learn from him. So if anything, it's an honor to be his kid and to just continue the legacy that he started. So no, it's no pressure. I put pressure on myself just to be a better me, be better than I was yesterday. And like as I stated before, I want to get better every year. So that's where the pressure comes from.
And now, Cordell, I'm telling the viewers, man, you always been like that, man. Just that quiet, silent confidence, and also too, you always like to say put that pressure on yourself. Where other people, like you say, may not put it on you. You'll kind of like sometimes seek out that, because you're so competitive. Give yourself something to be competitive about. You know what I'm saying? You always been that way, man.
Gotta be.
Let me ask this, man, Coach. Speaking of your dad, how was it like playing for your dad in high school?
I mean, it was cool. That was pressure. Being a new guy coming in, I transferred there my 10th grade year. And, most dads would put their son, which I thought I was good enough to play varsity, but maybe I wasn't. I was on JV my 10th grade year. And, so I played JV at Carter, built a brotherhood with, still my best friends to this day. Jonathan Walker, Stephon Wiley was on varsity, but still one of my best friends. Chris Baker, Chad Bowers. We all played together. And it was a little bit of pressure, but the pressure came from kids saying things like, hey, you only on the team because your dad's the coach. And then my junior year, you only on varsity because your dad's the coach. And then so that just, that made that chip on my shoulder grow more and more every day when people said things like that. So I just had to go out and prove that no matter what, no matter who my dad is, I know how to play basketball. I've been playing since I was 3. So now let me show you. And I got a little bit more athletic over my 10th grade summer. I think we came back to 11th grade. And like that first 1 or 2 practices, I dunked on the tallest kid on our team. He's still my best friend, Chris Baker. He was 6'6" at the time. They didn't know I could dunk. Nobody on my team had ever seen me dunk in the summer, but that's all I was doing is working on my athleticism, trying to get above the rim. And I dunked on him we was playing open gym in a small gym at Carter. I dunked him and I cussed him out. And everybody in the gym just froze like, did he just
Yeah.
I said, yeah. And then that's when I knew, like, yeah, I don't care who my daddy is, I'm coming for something.
No, yeah. Hey, now I remember that, Cordell, like just I remember your sophomore year, man. After the season, we were because you always been kind of like nonchalant, what have you. and we were in the office, me, you, and Coach Sheets was in the office, and your dad was in the office, whatever. And you know how your dad is. So your dad told you, you know, I guess you thought he was joking. He told you that I guess this must have ignited you or whatever, because he said, hey man, he said, Cardell, hey man, you know, we got a good team come back, everybody come back. He's like, hey man, we might not have enough room, or whatever. You remember he told you, Cardell, you might be on JV. You looked at him like, you know what I'm saying? But you know he was serious, but you kind of looked at him
Yeah.
like, he was like, man, he's like, yo, you better come on with it. You better come on with it. And like you say, man, just that transformation from that sophomore year coming back, like you said, man, to the next year was just, man, it was like, whoa, like you said, he came back, he just such more athletic, like you said, just more confident or what have you, man. But I remember like it was yesterday, man. I remember you just kind of looked at your dad, you kind of brushed him off. Like I could tell in your head, you like, I know he's for real, but that's
Right.
gonna motivate me to go work. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They just kind of fuels you a little bit more like, okay, I'm gonna have to work a little bit more harder because he really thinking about putting me on JV.
Yeah, I couldn't be a junior on JV. That was disrespectful, so I had to show
But all right. Well, let me ask this, Cordell, still talking about your dad, Coach Wright. What's the biggest piece of advice that he gave you early on in your coaching career that you still use or apply today?
He just told me to figure it out and just coach like you play. So what he means by coach like you play is, you know, I know you've heard of a player's coach or like, you know, every coach has different styles. And I know, you know, like I said, I learned a lot from Coach Love, but we have two different styles. You know, he's more of an old school coach where he's going to like get at you and talk to you certain kind of ways. And, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I was always the guy on his bench that told the kids to listen to what he's saying, not how he's saying it. So I always knew
Mm-hmm.
when I got my opportunity to be a head coach, I was going to say it in my way to where they could understand it, but still understand that I meant business. So
Mm-hmm.
he tells me to see the game like I'm playing and just act like I'm a six man on the court. So just talk like I'm a point guard, talk my team through situations, teach them to see what I see, and then we'll be successful. So I still use that to this day. So I coach how I'm playing. So I feel like I'm out there playing with my kids. And if I see something, then I talk to them and I actually feel like I'm in the game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, man, you still like it, give him shout outs, man. He be going up there and shout outs, boy.
Yes, sir.
Well, Cordell, let me ask this. We're gonna switch gears a little bit. Cordell, Scott, we're gonna talk about get your opinion, man, or your expertise on culture, because, like you said, man, you definitely understand culture and how to establish that. Not just saying that, like say, taking over the Seagoville program that had tradition, Coach Allen, and Coach Brooks, what have you, back, even Coach Bishop, coaching back in the day there, but had kind of like I said, we're not gonna say fell off, but had better days before you got there. And like you say,
Right.
only had won four games. And so now, like you say, last year won 20 plus games. This year you already won 21. So let me ask this, man. How do you establish and maintain a great team culture in your program? And also, how do you maintain that culture on a daily basis, Coach Hunter?
I talk to my kids every day. Like every day when we finish practice, it's another thing I stole from Coach Love. We sit in groups. I have my freshman on the left, my sophomore straight back, my juniors to the right, and my seniors sit in the middle of my circle at half court. And then me and my coaching staff, we sit on one side, and at the end of every day, we talk. We talk about life. We talk about, practice. We talk about school. We talk about, holding each other accountable. We talk about, you know, not making the same mistakes twice. Today we talked about growing up, because I had a couple kids, have some trouble in school today, and it was over minor things like wearing flip flops, dress code. And I said, well, it's
Mm-hmm.
time to grow up. I shouldn't have to have conversations with, assistant principals about you guys wearing flip flops. At this point in the season, really at this point in your career, because you're a junior. If you're an upperclassman, I feel like I shouldn't have to teach you. You should be teaching
Yeah, yeah.
the freshmen and the sophomores, and that's how you build it. You just give your older guys, roles. When we lift weights, I make my older guys partner with the younger guys so they can spot them and work them through, and then just build the brotherhood and just put them in situations to where they can be successful and where they have to depend on each other, and then that's how you build the culture as far as team, and as far as basketball. You put them in uncomfortable situations. and as far as I might play 6-on-5 or 7-on-5, and that's how you get them good fast. You put them in drills to where they're supposed to lose, and then you force them to win. You got one offense versus 2 defense, 2 offense versus 3 defense. I might play 5-on-5, and I might send somebody in extra to trap all over the ball. So you got to run your plays, but you got 2 people on you at all times, but you're still expected to run the play without messing up or without turning the ball over. Just things like that. It's a lot of different little secrets and tips and tricks I can give coaches to build it at a fast rate. And then just not being scared to lose early. Like I said, my first 2 seasons, I had losing records, but I understood, I was coming into, I was getting a team that only had 6 players. There was no JV, there was no freshman. It was just 6 players coming back. And then my first year, I had 3 teams, freshman, JV, varsity. And I know COVID played a major role. And then, Coach Brooks was retiring, so it wasn't much basketball culture around here. So, once I got here, I hit the ground running. I had a good assistant coach with me at that time. Coach Adams, he's over at Kimball now, helping those guys out. I don't really like saying that K word, but he's over there coaching freshmen, and we grinded, man. Just wasn't afraid to grind, wasn't scared to lose, and after about 2-3 years, we turned the program around.
Oh yeah, no doubt about that, man. And like you said, man, to the coaches, man, they be look, your fellow coaches be sneaking watching and stuff, man. Hopefully, man, like you say, you gave them, you give them some good advice, serious, put your players in uncomfortable situations, see how they react. Because and another big thing you said, Coach, man, is that what a lot of coaches don't understand, man, is bigger than basketball. You got to talk to your players all the time, man, all the time about everything, man, about the smallest things, and then stuff you do that I like as a young coach. You're not trying to be their friend, you hold them accountable, even though that you're approachable, and they feel comfortable around you, but they still, like I say, they know that Coach Hunter mean business, or what have you, like they. And I love what you said about the upper class, man. Hey, you too old, man. You're a junior. Why y'all walking around with flip flops on? What have you? Y'all supposed to be teaching the young players, what to do with the program, what have you. Then, like I said, that's embarrassing because we all know, I'm coaching for it. You don't like having those conversations with your administration. You know what I'm saying? You don't like having those conversations.
Right.
Hey, but for my viewers who tuning in, as you can tell, man, very, very excited. Got Coach Cardell Hunter, head coach of Seagoville High School, on just chopping up on TaylorMade Hoops, Coach's Corner. Coach, let me ask you this, Coach, we're gonna talk a little bit about X and O's, man.
Okay.
What is your offense and your defense philosophy? How do you like to play out there in Seagoville, man?
Man, how do I like to play, or how do we play? It depends on the day. I like to play fast. I mean, if I had a preference, I would press, most of the game, switch my defenses up, a lot of running jumps, a lot of traps, a lot of man to man. I really not a big fan of zone, but I will play zone if I have to, because I want to win. So whatever it takes to win, I'm gonna do that. But I like an up tempo game. I like a high scoring game. I feel like if you're scoring a lot of points, everybody getting buckets, and everybody's having fun. It's called basketball. A lot of coaches coach defense, but you can't win unless you put the ball in the hole. And kids aren't happy unless you get to see your name in the paper. Everybody want to score, so I like to score a lot of points if I can. But I understand that the dynamic of my team. Sometimes I might only need to score 60 points and keep the other team under 50, and that'll get the win. So if I had a preference, I would like a high scoring game, up tempo game, an exciting game, a lot of dunks, alley oops, on offense, threes, and then on defense, I'd like to take at least about 5 to 7 charges, get a couple steals, feed the big man on transition, let him get a dunk or 2 in, and just have fun. I like to have fun. It's a fun game. It's a beautiful game.
And hey, man, it's funny you said that, man. That just runs the family, man. Because Coach DeMarcus, your brother, he said the same thing. He said, Coach, man, we trying to score, Coach, and he kind of broke it down. He said, we trying to create as many possessions as possible. What happened. So no doubt about that. We were laughing about that because I told him how some coaches don't understand, man, that the highest team win. And he was like, yeah, that's why you keep scoreboard, Coach. DeMarcus, Coach, that's why you keep scoreboard, Coach.
Right. It ain't called defense ball. It's called basketball.
It's called basketball. And I was just teasing them, telling them, man, that when I was coaching, man, over there in Kingston, man, with Hollywood Nick Smith, man, that he used to get on the players sometimes. We weren't scoring no point. He used to tell them, say, hey, man, this ain't golf. The lowest score don't win, man. This ain't golf.
I'ma still that one.
Oh man. Well, Coach, man, let me ask this, man. We go move over, man. And talk about the current season. You spoke of a little bit, Coach, but can you elaborate a little bit more? How's the season going? And is the team meeting you and your coaching staff's expectations, man?
Right now we're inconsistent, but the season's going well. You know, we started. It was rough. I had 4 starters playing football this year. We got a new football coach. Had a huge turnover on the athletic side. You know, we lost our AD, and then we lost our uh, offensive coordinator. They both went to other schools, and you know, we lost a lot of kids to graduation and just life. So
Mhm.
I let some of my basketball players go play football so that you know we could be at least competitive on the football side. And then so November was rough, and then I front loaded our schedule with a lot of talent. You know, we played 3 of the top 25 teams in the state early in the season. We had like North Crowley, we had Parish Episcopal, we had Lake Highlands. We had a lot of big time 6A programs that we played early in the season, and you know they beat us pretty good, but we learned from it. You know, and I knew what I knew. I wasn't scared to lose early because I didn't want to be good in November. I told my
Mhm.
guys in December we'd be okay because we'd have
Mhm.
more practices under our belt. And December we only lost 1 game outside of the Coca-Cola tournament or the Dallas ISD Invitational, what they call it now. And then we just lost our 2nd game since December on Tuesday. So if you take away the Dallas ISD the Invitational, we've lost 3 games. I'm sorry, yeah, 3. West Mesquite, we just lost to Poteet on Tuesday, and then we lost. Yeah, no, those are 2 games. Yeah, West Mesquite and Poteet.
Okay. Mhm.
Ever since December and January put together, and it's January 22nd. So we right where we need to be. You know, we gelling at the right time. We just need to be consistent and continue to build and not go backwards. And then once we do that, we should make a good run down that road.
Oh yeah, man. And I can tell, man, you just being a youngster around the old head coaches, you understand about the season, how the season goes. You don't want to peak too early. You know, like you say, man, you don't want to be playing best basketball in November. You know, I,
Right.
I remember when I was a young coach, man, listen to Coach Mays, man. He always would say that when they was making their runs and won, 3, 4 state championships in a row. He always would say, man, that you don't want to peak too early. You want to peak at the right time. You want to peak the second half of district going to the playoffs. So like you said, y'all peaking right about the right time, coach. No doubt about that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, I understand. You know, I was raised around coaches. Like I said, my dad, he coaches at DeSoto, and then my big brother, he's at Crowley. My sister, she's the girls' coach here at Seagoville, and then
Mm-hmm.
my big brother, he's assistant coach at DeSoto, and then my other sister, she's a middle school coach at DeSoto. So there's a family full of coaches, and everybody understands the system, and it's 4 quarters, and right now we're in the 3rd quarter, and the 4th quarter is the playoffs, and it's the team that
Mm-hmm.
lasts all the way at the end of the game. State championship, that's the team that wins.
Mm-hmm. 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 No doubt about that. No doubt about that. Well, coach, man, unfortunately, man, we down to the last question, man. But people don't realize, man, we just on camera, man. This is how we do it all the time. Whenever we see each other, man,
Yes, sir.
it's nothing but love, man. Nothing but love.
Yes, sir.
Uh, But let me ask this, Coach. I know y'all about your players, so go ahead, man, and let me know who are some tailor-made picks, Coach. Who are some players that them colleges need to be putting their eyes on, man?
Yeah, I got a couple of them right now. My senior, he's last year he was the offensive MVP of the district. His name's Travion Hall. He's 6'3", about 200 pounds. He can score inside. He can score outside. He can score from the mid range. And the only way to stop him is to foul him. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I think you wrote about him the other day after you watched us play North Mesquite. He had 28 points that game, some big time threes. Uh, we also have a junior, Adam West. You know, thank you. He usually scores about 15 points. I think he's averaging maybe like 13 right now. He just has to be a little more consistent. That's the one you said you want to see a little more of. He's 6 foot. He's about 175 pounds. He's a two-sport player. Both of those guys play football and basketball. Adam led us in yards receiving this year, and then he leads us in threes right now. And then we have another. He's a junior, and then Mason Maxfield is another junior. That's the third part of the three-headed snake. He's a 5'11" junior. He's about 165 lefty. He can shoot the ball, and he's lightning fast. So we got some pieces. I got a freshman that starts, Jonathan Nunn, and then I got two wild big men on the inside. They're about 6'3", Torrin Long and Jaden Hall. The main three that's taking us down the road is Travion Hall, Adam West, and Mason Maxfield.
And all three of them dudes, man, and I call him Mr. Travion Hall, man. Been watching him for a few years, man, and I love, like you say, his maturation. Like you say, man, a shout out to you, Coach, man. I remember last year, man, when I came, I told some things like, hey, man, you might need, be working on this. Like, hey, Coach, I got you, man. And when I came to see him play, man, hey, you ain't lying, man. The only way you stop that boy, man, is if you foul him. And the thing about him, man, he's so doggone strong. That's the thing I was impressed with, man, how he was just going against contact. He just like, just old school bully ball, man. It's old school bully ball, man. And then, like I said, the other little guard, man, I really like the way he played. And like you said, Coach, just need to, see him be a little bit more consistent with having. But the pieces are there, and the tools are definitely there, man. No doubt about that, man. No doubt.
I'm proud of Trey, man. Travion, he actually, this is only his second season playing high school basketball. His first 2 years, he was getting a little bit of trouble, so I just mentored him mostly, had him practicing with us, when he was around. But he's on path to score 1,000 points in 2 seasons. So whoever picks him up, that's gonna be a great addition to any college program.
Oh yeah, man. I'm go ahead and just elaborate on that and kind of expound on that, man. Seriously, man, college coaches, what you're looking for, which I complained about, he already got a college body, already got the strength of what he. That's something that you don't have to worry about, working on the skill levels there, like Coach Hunter said. I call him Dale, like Dale said, man, to shoot that thing. Can shoot that thing contested. He can shoot over, but he can shoot with. That's the thing I'm tested with, and it's a good shot. It ain't like, he's fortunate when he raised up, he feet set, all that type of stuff. College coaches, and IQ has gotten so much better. Where before, I think he probably was getting on Cardell about that. He had the tools, but sometimes players don't know they had the tools, don't know how to use them. Like it's like, yo, man, you got this big old body. Well, he probably started understanding what you told him. Say, can't nobody stop you, man. If you put your head down and what have you, one move, get down here, can't nobody stop you, man. Quit. Because I remember when I see him play earlier. To me, he used to rely on that jump shot too much. That he really shoot that ball. I'm like, man, he got that big body, man. He need to be getting to the hole a little bit more. And now he's doing that, man. So, man, shout out to my boy T Hall, man. Tell him I said what's up, man. That's my guy. We go definitely, man, make it happen, man. So somebody go take him, baby. Don't worry about Cardell. Somebody go take him, man.
Yes, sir.
No doubt about that. Well, hey, man, Cardell, man, go ahead, man. Before we go, 2 things. First thing, go ahead and let everybody know how they get in contact with you and your team as far as, social media or any information that you want to give out, man.
If you need to contact me, Instagram is Coach Cardell. Twitter is Coach Cardell. My team, Instagram is Seagoville High Boys Basketball, and Twitter is SHS Big Blue Hoops. My phone number 214-478-7623. Been the same number since high school. So, if you need to contact me or contact the great TaylorMade Hoops, he'll throw the lob and I'll go get it.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man. Hey man, before we go, man, because I know you got other stuff to do, talking to old coach, man. But man, really appreciate you coming on, man. Really make me feel good to let you know, for you to say that, man. That hopefully, man, something I said or did had some type of influence on you, man. Like you said, I know you had a lot of people in your ear, man. So, like you say, for you just to mention me, man, serious call that make me feel good, man. So, hopefully, man, I had a big influence on your life. keep pouring into these kids, man. You know, hope like you always, like your dad always tell you, man, pass the game down. That's what it's about, man. I know Coach Love tell you the same thing, especially cool Coach Sam, old school Coach Sam. I know that's my boy, man. Good people, man. But Coach Sam probably tell you, pass the game on. You know, so that's what we go do, man. Pass it on, man. You know, that's what we got to do, man. Appreciate your time, Coach. You know, I got to do it to you, man. Who had the great privilege of interviewing today, man? Who you rocking with, Coach Cardell?
Man, you know it, Coach Ed Taylor, man. Call him Coach Taylor. That's how I know him. But now it's Ed Taylor, TaylorMade Hoops. You know, the great coach, man. So just appreciate you having me. You know, hopefully this ain't the last time you can interview me once we get down to San Antonio.
Oh yeah, man. No doubt. Hey, like you say, man, I know y'all go, like you say, go make the playoffs, man. And I got faith in you because you've been around that. You go make a run. I seen team play. Don't nobody want to see you play. One thing, man, I'm impressed with Cardell, man, is that seriously, man. We gonna go ahead and get off here, man. But I gotta give you props. The way them guys is playing defense, man. Because that first man, Mark, went to that North Ski game, man. You know, both of y'all were locking up, man. But the way y'all just controlled the game, you know, with y'all defense, man, that kept y'all in the game, kept you close enough, like you say, for y'all to be able to chip away and and come out, you know, on top of what have you, man. But the way they play defense and how you understand that, you know, where you probably got that from your dad, Coach Love, Coach Sam, that hey, if you play defense and don't turn the ball over, man, y'all always gonna be in the game. You know, you play defense, don't turn the ball over. You know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, bet, Coach. So I'll see you next Tuesday, man. Hopefully, we'll get some more of that defense and then get another win, and it'll be an upset to the world, but to us, it'll be an expectation. So we'll see you on Tuesday.
Hey, no doubt, Coach. Hey, take it easy, Coach Cardell Hunter. Love you, man. No doubt, love you, both.
I love, Coach. Love you too. Take it easy, boss.
Okay, man.
All right.